truck. Turn
Ready
on.
to roll.
You ready to rock, Miss Sky? We're at the container terminal again. We're in a Volvo this time.
Let's go.
Rather enthusiastic Skynet today.
Okay, let's find a new route.
Let's do that, Skynet. Let's find a new route, as you call it.
This is where it ends.
Hello, I'm Simulated Irk and welcome back to Japan Truck Simulator. Nice sunny day, really nice sunny day so far. Here's our truck and our load. And I'm pleased to report a nice easy way out for a change. Very nice easy way out. So what are we doing? What are we doing? 34 tons of industrial cable. And so it is Saturday afternoon just after 5 p.m. We're expected at 8 p.m. 152 kilometers of driving. So I'm presuming there's no ferry ride on this one. So let's get... No, let's not do that.
Let's do this.
Okay, Skynet. You tell the orders. Let's go. In our nice looking Volvo truck. We've got a really long, heavy trailer on today, so it'll be interesting to see if that makes any difference to how it feels. And to see if we can cope in these tiny little Japanese streets. We'll be taking it advantage of using the other side of the road when we can, because after all we are a heavy vehicle, so we do get some tolerances where smaller vehicles won't, and these roads are so narrow anyway. And let's see how we go. Hopefully my computer's not like a potato at the moment. I did close down a couple of programs that were running in the background, which might have had some effect on performance. I am wondering how much of it is the map though. No, not yet. We'll just wait for the traffic lights. I think my Sky, there we go, timed it almost beautifully. Almost didn't have to come to a stop at all.
Get ready to turn left.
Okay.
Turn left.
One thing that I do like about the various truck simulators, Euro Truck, American Truck, and now Japan Truck, is that you actually get to see a lot of trucks on the road of various descriptions. Driving Bus Simulator 18, for instance, you're the only bus on the road. You don't see any of the others, which is disappointing. You get to see lots of different trains on train simulators. But I love the variety of trucks that you can see. Not that you can necessarily drive them all.
And then exit left.
Okay.
Exit left.
Didn't give me a lot of notice there, Skynet. Trying to be careful here because we have a long load, a heavy load. So I want to make sure that these ramps are narrow enough as it is. Oh yeah, I can feel a difference in the weight. It's nowhere near fast compared to lighter loads that I've had on a ramp like this, so you can feel that you do have 32 tons behind you, rather than, what was it on the last load, 1 ton of dried flowers, of cut flowers rather.
Keep left.
Now, because of the size of these Japanese toll booths, this will be interesting. We'll go outside for this bit. I'll get rid of you for a minute. I want to see if it's actually going to fit. It is, not by much, but and it worked out well. We're in this lane to go this way to the left. Can certainly feel the difference in this load compared to other loads going around a ramp like that, and I'm pleased about that. It should feel different if you're driving a heavier load. That'd be like in a train simulator, the difference between driving a simulated passenger train and a simulated freight train. They're two different total beasts altogether. And it should feel different. And we'll put the nav screen back up. Got no idea what that sign says. The navigation display in this Volvo is actually pretty good. I could almost rely on that without having to use the other one, but I do have the other one for not only my purposes, but so you can see where we're going as well quite easily. So we're probably going to be driving around about as far as we normally would, but with no ferry ride. Oh, check out that sun. Two and a half hours of game time remaining. Expected just after 8 PM on Saturday night. It's just after 5:30 PM Saturday night now. Some nice construction going over there on the left. I admire anybody's talent who works on a map like this. The amount of effort and time that would be involved. See, we're going uphill, so it's harder to go uphill because we've got a bigger load. That's really good. And it's one thing that American and Euro Truck have been good at over the years. Even though it's been a while since I've driven a load this large, I think. It actually says in the notes for Project Japan that with some of the DLCs that you can get for Euro Truck, some of the really big cargo loads, don't use them on Japan Truck, on Project Japan, because they can actually be too tall for the Japanese toll booths. Because I'm pretty sure that they're smaller than the European toll booths. Yeah, you can tell that it feels different. Absolutely, you can. So, even though ferries are huge, I wonder what the load limit on a car ferry would be for an individual load. The only car ferry that would be as big in Australia as the ones pictured here on Japan Truck Simulator would be the Spirit of Tasmania that goes between Melbourne and Devonport. Melbourne, Victoria, Devonport, Tasmania, across the Bass Strait. That'd be the Australian equivalent. And it's interesting, during the global pandemic that I won't be mentioning, basically from the time of recording till mid-2021, as a way to try and boost tourism, especially for Tasmania, it's actually free to take your car, I don't know about anything else, but your car certainly, in both directions on the Spirit of Tasmania. So usually you'd have to pay for your car, and then I think you'd have to pay for a seat on the ship. But you don't actually, I don't even know, I'll have to double check, but I don't think you're even allowed to stay in your car on the Spirit of Tasmania. I could be wrong. Oh, it looks like a big Ferris wheel or something ahead. I'll actually check on that at the end of the episode to see if you can, on the Spirit of Tasmania, if you can actually stay in your car or not. That's cool, that Ferris wheel on the right hand side. Try and pan the camera over a bit. There we go. How good does that look? I don't know if it's actually modelled on a real one. I presume it is. That looks fantastic. You gonna warn me about that, Miss Guy? I just get the feeling to keep left anyway because I'm in such a big load. I'm long, slow and heavy. So I should be keeping well over to the left unless I need to go right. I'm sure I've been over this bridge 100 times already. Got the pedal to the metal. Even a fuel tank like that I wouldn't mind driving. It's not overly long, it's on a shorter wheelbase. I've never really wanted to be a truck driver in real life. I suppose because I wouldn't say that I have trouble reversing a car, I just prefer not to, so I can't imagine what I'd be like in a truck. But having said that, a few times that I've used a 3-ton truck to move to Erk Tower, I actually preferred reversing in that for some reason. We're an hour away now, roughly. I reckon we must be close to being a high vehicle for that. Let me just stop. Oh, we might not be able to look at the other camera in here. Let's stop and have a look. Oh, yes, we can. Alright, let's go. We're holding up traffic. We're a little bit off the... I don't even know what our height would be. I'm surprised we fit, actually. Because we look to be taller than that truck. Although to compensate, the trailer is lower, that's one thing in our advantage. You know, the trailer is designed for this load, so it is lower to the ground. At the next set of traffic lights, I'll show you that.
Keep left and then turn left. Turn left.
You know, massive respect to truck drivers, really. As I said, I never want to really become one. I've got friends who are. And, yeah, lots of hours on the road, lots of hours away from, you know, friends and family and that sort of stuff. And, you know, lots of time alone. Which I spend a lot of time by myself when I drive a train, but you know, being in a truck it'd be different, I reckon. And besides, the most I drive in any one direction is up to about about 3 hours. In any one direction, any time. So it's not like long nights on the road between Sydney and Melbourne, for instance, where it'd take, you know, 12 hours to get there, probably longer in a truck. You know, rest breaks and whatnot. So yeah, so even though those magical arrows are there, you still got to look, because vehicles Kobe discovered. I'm sure I discovered Kobe before, but that could have been on my other Japanese profile that I had to delete. So we're in Kobe. Probably should turn the headlights on now. I got done a couple of times in the previous episode for that. I thought that I had my headlights on low beam because I said it was okay for high beams as well, but they're off. Oh gee, these lanes look narrow. Yeah, it must have been on my other profile that I've been to Kobe on Project Japan before, not this one. So hopefully by the end of this episode I should be close to, if not over, level 3. So that'll mean a couple of hours more driving before I get to level 4 than level 5. Now just having a look at the map, it seems to be indicating that I need to go off this motorway and then head down a little bit down the other side. I haven't...
Keep left and then turn left.
I haven't missed anything as far as I'm aware.
Turn left.
You know, I've been listening to Skynet's instructions, but maybe I need to take a particular exit over there.
Go straight on. Keep right.
Another
and then
toll.
Turn right.
Keep right, turn right.
Turn right.
Not even traffic lights to get to. Thought there might have been some traffic lights to help me out, but oh no. 21 minutes to go.
Keep right and then turn right. Turn
What's wrong with my headlights now? They're on, aren't they? What's wrong with my headlights? They're on. They're not a high beam, but they're on. Japanese popo stinging me again for headlight misusage? Misusage.
Keep left.
Start of the toll road. It's that little toll road thing again, where sometimes you get rocked through the... Oh, am I stuck? Oh, maybe too far to the left. Alright, I think I'm okay now. I hope I'm okay. Can be very hard to judge. Now what have I banged into? Into those dividers. Is that enough to I thought the whole idea of them is if you crashed into them, if you crashed into them, they'd break. I thought that was the whole idea of them. It's going fairly well until then, actually. Oh yeah, she's struggling to go up this ramp. Full noise. Alright. 7 kilometers to go.
Keep left and then turn left. Turn left.
Toll paid. Alright, see what I can show you about illustrating the trailer. It's a bit dark at the moment to see. Might have to wait till we get to the destination. (7-Eleven) in Japan, fantastic. Just not petrol stations, but lots of standalone ones as well. And pro tip from when I was over there in 2014, the little fried chicken drumsticks that you can get from 7-Eleven in Japan. Oh baby.
Turn left.
3 kilometers away now, not far. So maybe the heavier loads is a way to avoid the ferries, who knows? Didn't we arrive in Akashi about half an hour ago? No, it doesn't really. It's a bit too dark to show you what I was going to try and show you. Let's go.
Get ready to turn right.
We're not far now, Skynet. Alright. So, yeah, you can see how here, how the trailer is really low. So the load isn't that much taller than a regular semi-trailer in reality. But it's been built lower to compensate.
It's all over now.
Thank you, Skynet. What we'll do, we'll just straighten up. There's our load. We have arrived. Hooray! $151 kilometers. We're still on level 2 after all that. So it goes on distance, not on how heavy the load is. You can see clearly by that, but excellent job completed. So what we should have a look for now, if we go to our job market before we start our next episode, we were going by cargo weight before. Do we have the capability of going via distance? Route length, yes we do. There must be short route length. Let's go long route length. Let's go 22 tons of Japanese characters. Land distance 82 kilometers, ferry distance 800. So if we go the other way, land distance 524, there we go. So if we do one of those ones, 503, 503 land kilometers, 806 ferry kilometers of Japanese characters from IKEA to Sagawa. And while we're doing that, I'll have a look to see if you can sleep in your car in Spirit of Tasmania. While that is loading, Spirit of Tasmania, can I sleep in my car? Spirit of Tasmania FAQs as we have a look at our 22 tons of Japanese characters from what is supposed to be IKEA. Can I send my car on the ship if I am not a passenger? Yes, you can send an unaccompanied vehicle. However, if you are not a passenger on the ship, you will have to book for a freight department. Higher rates apply, as the advertised fare only applies to cars accompanying passengers. How long does the trip take? 9 to 11 hours. Can I access my car during the voyage? No, for safety reasons, passengers are not allowed on the vehicle deck during the voyage. Can I take my rental car on the ship? We recommend checking with the rental car companies before bookings, as restrictions may apply to vehicles travelling on the Spirit of Tasmania. Can I charge my electric vehicle on board? No! So that answers those questions. I've been Simulator Dirk, you've been wonderful, and we'll see you next time as we do an epic journey to try and get to level 5. Bye for now, thanks for watching.